Ready. 59. Mike is 15. Ready, go.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check safety. Check hog dog.
Now a handoff looking right. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
To throw on second down. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the gun, Love. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive.
Hey, give me 1 minute, homie. I appreciate it.
That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got you. I got you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Hold the loop, hold the loop, hold.
Hey, Alpha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be third down. From the gun, it's Allen. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Got it.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On 2nd down now, Colvin. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Down 80! Check, check. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. What's up? What's up?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he finds Howard complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. 2nd and 4. Going for the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st down, Colvin. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
319, alert!
Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, Colvin. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down now, Colvin trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that last carry, he just passed LaDainian Tomlinson, Charles, on the all-time NFL rushing list.
And congratulations to him, and I'm sure LT would probably applaud him as well. But he'd also ask him, as well as you carried it, could you throw it like I could too?
LT, though, finished his career at 13,684, and now he's soaring past that. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a handoff looking right. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. This is brought in by Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Love. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run on first down. Colvin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Mike Spoke.
I'm coming. Buzz. Be ready.
Half 85. That's it.
On third down, Colvin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. 2nd and 14. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Come on, set. 30 pace. Let's go. Cut up. You go. Ready.
On first down, Love. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
Let's go.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because now I think
they've got his man complete. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
On first down, Colvin. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Let's go. Watch 80. Watch 80.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They go play action here on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. That would draw play. It's Falk. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. They'll run on first down. Colvin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen now operating from the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. There's nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Vita Vea in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And he's able to find Diggs. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
From the gun on third down. Love. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They'll try and throw for it here. And that's caught by Smith.
Let's go, baby.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives him the lead. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 54 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking to throw on second down. Love throwing the out route incomplete. It's Carter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
To throw on second down. Love throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off the play fake. Love. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. It's caught by Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a 1st down due to the previous penalty.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
Here we go.
From the gun, Love. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Off play action. Love. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Raiders 17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Allen now looks to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Raider first. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Allen from the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Colvin. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll cut it out to this. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you either think...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball.
Now the defense loses him. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 61 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
I know that play went for no yardage. All right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher. So sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor. But on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Love. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's A.J. Cole now. as he's on to punt for Oakland. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's just me. It's just me and you. No.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get